today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Carson Wentz and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Jacob Eason and the Carolina Panthers.
Wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
That one goes for 24 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Wentz. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. 7 yards, the pickup there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now left side on the swing pass. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
2nd and 7.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 19 carries, 67 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. From the red zone now, Wentz. He'll find DeGuara complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a pickup.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Brings up 3rd down.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon.
Intercepted by the Panthers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun is Eason. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st down, Carolina.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Sony Michel, his first carry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
The ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Intended for Mark.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Eason. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On 3rd down, Eason. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 23. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Michel on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Devin Singletary. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Wentz. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Here's Eason to throw. Smith catches left side. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Eason on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Jonnu Smith.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He finds his target, Fuller.
Eason's pass.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. That's caught by the tight end, Herb Smith Jr. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Time to see Jacob Eason and company go back to work. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they didn't.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Eason He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. First down, Jacob Eason. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. That'll bring up second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason, that's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines.
Eason's pass.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun, Eason. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Marquise Goodwin as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Wentz. Short throw to Smith. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchdown. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak. So
definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Ball carrier.
David Onyemata there on the tackle. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing is Eason. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Eason. Campbell making the catch. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And boy, what a catch and move right there.
And a tough spot to get it over the middle. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
First down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Ray Greenbaugh on the...
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He was brought down by Trey.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
And 8 yards.
They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
11 on the play.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
On first down, Hewitt. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hewitt, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Another carry for the
back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Down.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Bo Scarborough, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Wentz's throw taken in by Sanders. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Devin Singletary.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Again, it'll be Singletary. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Devin Singletary, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
First and 10, Eason. Catch made here by Campbell. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Give him 3 on the gain there, second and goal.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hewitt. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. On third down, Hewitt. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
And goal.
They'll try and run for it, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Wentz now on first down. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up second
and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Again, it's Wentz. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field.
Good for a 40.
A big third down play there for the Niners. 41 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Smith Jr.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Wins to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Wentz's pass intercepted by the Panthers. They'll take
Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. That one looks like he'll throw here. Deep ball for Goodwin, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw again, Eason. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the gun is Eason. Smith catches left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And a Panther first down.
I don't even know why this team showed up. 54. 54. Hey, check. Rings. Right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
On first down, Eason. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike 54. I'm coming after you. 54. Check. Watch 54. Check the out.
Throwing again, Eason. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.